Welcome back, my loves. I'm Andrea, and welcome to Life as I Know It. Today, we're going to do some fun and easy DIYs for Easter. So grab your craft box and let's get to crafting. Now we're going to take this egg that we got from the dollar store. We're going to flip it on the other side. So that way next year we can use the egg again and the back will be done. So we're going to just take the tissue paper, cut it around the egg. We're going to use a little bit of Mod Podge and place it all throughout the back of the egg and lay the tissue paper down on top of the egg, and then we're going to cut away the excess tissue paper. Now, I did add a little extra Mod Podge on top of the paper before I cut the tissue paper away. Now we're going to take this ribbon. I did get this from the dollar store, and we're going to flip it on the back, and we're just going to cut it and glue it to the back of the board. Now, as you can see those little marks on the back of the egg, I saw somebody take tissue paper and take a match and light to it, but I didn't want to do that on camera just in case it didn't go the way I wanted. It was okay, but as you can see, it got a little too close to the board. If you decide to do that method, I would suggest throwing it over the sink just in case it goes awry. You can drop it right inside the sink and everything will be fine. And now I'm going to take another piece of ribbon and go from the top to the bottom. I take the ribbon underneath, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Cut the ribbon and use some hot glue to seal it down. Now you can use any floral that you want to put on top of your egg. I love this floral from the dollar store, and I still have a lot left over from last year. It was yellow, pink, and purple were the colors that they had last year. So all I'm going to do is take this one pick, I'm going to cut it down, and I'm going to start gluing the pieces on top of the ribbon. Once you are satisfied with your flower arrangement, what we're going to do is flip the egg over. This part is optional. You can take a piece of ribbon and glue it to the back so you can hang it up, or you can make a little stand. So I'll take the jangle woods from our little game. I glue one piece flat on the back, and then I take two separate pieces and I put one with hot glue on the one end and do the same on the other end, and this way your egg will stand up. Once you have that on there, we are done with this DIY. Now for this DIY, we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're just going to do it over one of those foam eggs that we got from the dollar store. You can use tissue paper, you can use a napkin, anything that's lightweight that we can put Mod Podge on and that it will stick to that item. This is a great project to do with the children of any age. They can just Mod Podge it and then just cut off the edges like we did and just Mod Podge the whole egg one time. Put it aside, let it dry before you put some more Mod Podge on it, or before you put some more tissue paper on it. Only because if you put too much Mod Podge on the tissue paper, it starts to wrinkle or it'll start coming up. Now we're going to do the exact same thing with this foam bunny, but we're going to use a napkin. So we're just going to wet it so we can just have that one sheet. And then I'm just going to cut out the flowers, the pieces down the way I want, and then I'm just going to Mod Podge the bunny, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to add the napkin to the bunny. You can just put the whole napkin over the top of it, or you can cut pieces like I did. And with this bunny, you can put a large piece of the tissue paper over it, or you can cut it up and put it small pieces in different colors and designs on your bunny. And once we have all of our napkin on the bunny, we're going to put it aside and let that dry. And then we're going to do some more of the eggs. I'm going to do them off screen the same way I did the first one. And then we're going to bring it all back together with a basket. So at the bottom of the basket, what I did was I put a couple of plastic bags just to fill it. And then I had this foam from, I think, last Easter. And I just stuck that in there and put some more of different color grass. Once I have all the grass inside, I'm going to use little toothpicks to put the bunny and the eggs inside of the basket. And once we have our bunny and our eggs all arranged inside of the basket, we are done. I think this is definitely a great DIY for the little ones while they're home from school. And after all that Mod Podge on the bunny, I decided I didn't like it. So I just grabbed this green bunny that I had from Target and placed it inside. So I'm taking these letters that I got from the dollar store and I'm going to paint them white with Waverly paint. You can paint them white or any color that you want to paint them, and then we're going to let it dry. Now, once our paint is dry, we're going to take this tissue that we got from Walmart. They were $1 and it has the eggs and the chicks on it. I thought that was cute. And all we're going to do is cut it up in rolls, and then we're going to Mod Podge them right on top of the letter. I really think a lot of these DIYs are great while the kids are home from school. They can Mod Podge these. They don't need any help. You can cut the items up for them if they're little, and then the older ones can do their design. But once we have our Mod Podge and our tissue paper on top of the letter, we're going to let it dry, and we are done with this DIY. Now we're going to take a break from doing Mod Podge, but we're going to use contact paper. So what I did was roll the contact paper out, place the bunny on top, and then I just traced it. And now what I'm doing is the cut piece of the bunny. We're going to use that and place it on top of the bunny. I'm using the back part of the bunny because, like I said, this way we could reuse the front next year. That way we don't have to paint it. We can use that design and we'll be good to go. So we're going to get 2 uses out of this bunny. Once we have the contact paper down, I'm going to use my little tool and just straighten it out. Now these stickers come from the Wall Street Decor. That's the name of the company. And they're the ones that hang straight down. And you usually find them in houseware, where the glass is, in certain stores. But all you're going to do is peel the stickers off and place them where you want. I love these stickers. They do come off easy if you put them on a wall or a door. So all we're going to do is decorate our bunny. We're keeping it on the good side this time since it's already painted. And we're just going to have fun with these stickers. And this is a great project for the little ones, because all they have to do is peel it off and place the stickers on their bunny. Once we're done with our stickers, we're going to move right over and make our bunny a bow. So we're going to do our little cheap bow where we take the bow, cut it, fold it down, and take some hot glue. Then you hot glue the 2 ends together, and while that's there, you take a little dab, put it in the middle, and push the ribbon down. And that's the bow part of your ribbon. We take another piece of ribbon, and we're going to just put a little hot glue on the back. And then we're going to take the other end of the ribbon and meet the other piece in the back, hot glue it down. And then we are done with this little bow. We'll place it on our bunny. And once we have our bunny bow on, we are done with this DIY. Now I got this paint from Walmart. It was 89 cents. It's just a regular orange and a green. The sign came out of the 3-pack in Crafted Square. And all I'm going to do is put some hot glue on the back of the metal sign. And then I'm going to place that on top of our carrot. Now this is optional. We're going to use the carrot to put on one of our bunnies. But since we had the sign, I wanted to use it. We're going to take our scrap paper that we got from Hobby Lobby. They usually have their paper on sale. It seems like every other week, 69 cents, $1. It's always 50% off. That's when I buy it. So definitely wait till they have the sale, especially if you're going to purchase a lot of paper. So like I said, all we're going to do is trace the bunny, and then we're going to cut it out. So I'm going to take these two little rhinestones and I'm going to use those to cover up the holes. And once we have them covered up, we're just going to take our carrot and place it on top of our bunny. We're going to take a good amount of hot glue, place it on the back of the carrot. And then once we place the carrot on our bunny, we are done with this DIY. Now, I like this tool from the Dollar Tree. Only thing is you don't get a lot of bang for your money and then the fallout. But other than that, I really do enjoy working with it. So you can cut it from 4 to 6 inches and we're going to cut all our rows up. You can make this wreath any color you want, but I want to use the colors of Easter. Now, once we have our tool cut, what we're going to do is take our chenille stems, fold them over and cut them. Once we have them cut, we're going to start rolling our tool. So all I do is put it on this little mat. I like doing it on this mat because it's easier to grab. You take the tool, you roll it up, you take 2 pieces, a piece of chenille stem, wrap it around it a couple times, and then you're going to take it and wrap it around the frame. And all you're going to do is take the 2 pieces, put it through the metal, and then attach it by wrapping it around the metal frame. Now, to make this go a little quicker, you can just go ahead and cut all your tool, put it together, and then make it in one pile, and then start attaching it to your frame. And while you're attaching it to your frame, you can be watching your favorite TV show, and this does make it go a little quicker because then all you have to do is grab your piece and put it on the frame. Now on this farm, there's 4 rows. So we made our first row. On the second row, we put our tulip. So now we're going to put our tulip on the 4th row. You don't need to do the other 2 rows because this is going to be full with an amount of tulip that you're already going to place on there. Here we're going to make real quick bows just to put over the holes for the bunny's ears. You can take cork and cork up the holes if you want and just paint it or sand it down a little. But I decided to just go ahead and make a bow. So I just cut the ribbon, folded it in half, hot glued it, and while the glue was still wet, I took and pushed down on the ribbon and let it dry that way. So I'm going to put a little hot glue on the bunny's ears and cover up those holes. Then I decided to go ahead and take the bow off the bunny's neck. Be careful with that because when I took it off, it ripped up the paper. I was able to Mod Podge it back on. So all I'm going to do is take this ribbon right here, fold it in half, and then we're just going to make a little cheap bow also. A little hot glue at the end, fold the ends together, and when they dry, push it down in the middle part. Put a little hot glue on the back and then scrunch it down and then attach it to your bunny. We're going to put a little hot glue all through the back of the bunny and attach the bunny to the wreath. And we're done with this DIY. Now we got this egg carrier from the party section, and what we're going to do, instead of putting grass, we're just going to use a ribbon. So what I did was I put a little hot glue in the opening, pushed down, and then I took the ribbon to the next little opening, did the exact same thing. So that's all we're going to do. Add a little hot glue, push the ribbon down on the glue, and then take the ribbon over the little tray and do it again. Now you can also do this using glue. If you have a smaller person that wants to do their own tray, you can just give them the glue to press down instead of the hot glue. And once you get to the last opening, what we're going to do is take the ribbon, overlap it, put a little hot glue, cut the ribbon, and now We're ready to put our eggs inside of our tray, and we're going to use hot glue to attach the eggs to the ribbon. Once we have all the eggs in, what I'm going to do is take 3 of the flowers from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take the flowers and the greenery. I'm going to put a little hot glue on the greenery, and I'm going to place it at the bottom of the tray. And once we have them all in, we're going to do the exact same thing. I cut a little snub off of the flower so it can lay flat on top of the greenery. And we're just going to use some hot glue. Now I had the moss bunnies in the pack, and I got the ribbon, and I was going to decorate them, and I looked up. The box that I had the supplies in was gone because we're moving, and my husband snatched up everything. So luckily I was able to find bunnies that I had left over from another project because this box was sitting inside of a chair. So all we're going to do is take the bunny, and we're going to hot glue the bunny on top of the flowers. Now we're going to flip our wreath over because we're going to hang this up, and we're going to take our favorite ribbon, cut it in half, add a little hot glue to the ribbon to close it together, put the rest of the glue on the back of the ribbon to put on the tray. And as you make the ribbon go up, I would add a little hot glue to that one egg foam in the back just to give it a little bit more support. Put a little hot glue there, and once we have our ribbon on, we are done with this wreath. So this Loop It yarn is from Hobby Lobby. It was $7.99 with 30% off. The company that makes it is Red Heart. They sell them in Walmart, and I think Michael sells it also. So all we're going to do is take our yarn. We're going to hot glue it to our foam wreath, and then we're just going to wrap the yarn around the wreath until we run out of yarn. When you get to the end of the yarn, all we're going to do is hot glue it. We're going to grab another pack, and we're going to lay that yarn right next to where we ended, and then we're going to start wrapping around the foam until we are finished. And once you get to the end and the foam is covered, just cut off the excess yarn and just use a little hot glue to attach the end to the foam. So I found another one of those bunnies that was already decorated. So I took a toothpick, placed it inside the foam, and then put the bunny on it. And then what we're going to do is take the last of this purple ribbon to make a holder for the wreath. So we're going to take the 2 ends, add a little hot glue, attach them together just to make sure they're secure. And once we have that secure, you have your holder for your wreath. And we are done with this DIY. Now this is more of a hack than a DIY. So we're just going to take these hair bows that we got from the Dollar Tree. You can take the metal piece off, but what I'm going to do is just hot glue it to the bunny because I'm not going to change this out. This is my Easter bunny, and these are going to be their bows. So I'm going to take the one bow, and I'm going to hot glue it to the bunny's neck as a bow tie. Now with the blue bow, we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to clip that to the top of the bunny's ear. And once we have that on there, we are done with this DIY. Well, my loves, that is the end of our Easter DIYs. Which one was your favorite? Leave us a comment. Let us know which one you're going to make for yourself or give as a gift. If you are new, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you can go on this journey with us. Hit the notification button, just lets you know every time I upload a video. And I need everyone to hit that like button because that helps my channel to grow. If you are returning, you are truly appreciated. I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their busy schedule to watch my video. Have a blessed day. Remember, it costs nothing to be kind. And this background right here is from my cruise, and this is the Virgin Islands. Have a happy and safe Easter. Bye for now.